Hi there everybody, Ewan Spence here for the continuing All About Symbian video diary on the Nokia 5800. You find me today on the banks of the Town Lake in Austin, Texas, capital of the state and home of course to South by Southwest Interactive, the largest collection of geeks, technologists, web people, hangers-on, liggers, journalists and two people in a kilt. Pat Ramsey, apologies if you're getting mistaken for me. Anyway, here to talk about the Nokia 5800 in a conference setting. Now, before we do that, the conference itself, we've got about 4,000 or 5,000 people here, all with a mobile device, all with a laptop as well, all trying to get on the Wi-Fi. So there's very much a bandwidth constriction at the conference. That has an impact on what gets published by other people and by yourself. So there's no long form blog posts. There's a little bit of email coming through. Most communication at these conferences happening either through the occasional uploads to Flickr, but mostly through the Twitter IM service. For those of you who haven't come across it yet, it's a cross between email where you post your own messages. They have to be short, under 140 characters, and it's rather like a big group instant message chat. You follow your friends, you can see what they're saying, they can follow other people. Now you can access that through text. Of course, if you're in from the UK like myself, it's very expensive. You can access it through the web browser and use the conference Wi-Fi. Thankfully the site has a mobile version which works very well on the 5800's touch screen. There are other web versions available because Twitter allows people to program on top of it. So Dabr, D-A-B-R, is the web browser option of choice as well. But this is where software really does accentuate the benefits of hardware. The 5800, as we've already discovered, you and I on these casts, is a wonderful bit of hardware. Marrying it with good software is important at a conference like this. And there's a new Twitter client coming out called Gravity. It's currently in closed beta. I have one of the early 5th edition touch versions, which we've been using here. Now, the reason I'm highlighting something that you guys actually can't get yet is because it really does unlock the power of the 5800. It's all about software, app stores, third-party support. It's what brings a device from a very competent preschool child going into primary school into something that can go to university in the end. Now, it's going to be quite hard in this Texas sun to actually see the screens, but the 5800's version of Twitter and Gravity actually has a ribbon of your messages. You can tab left and right using the soft key buttons at the bottom, so you can see specifically messages that have your name in them so that you've been identified, private messages, and also messages that you sent out to other people. Two things make Gravity wonderful and the 5800 at a conference. Whenever you take a picture in the 5800, Gravity will allow you to post that up directly to a service called TwitPic, which will then host a picture for you and will also send it out to all your friends who are following you on Twitter. And that's like click, pressing Gravity to get to the gallery, choose the picture, add some text if you want, and send. Though of course this is also something that you can do with OV Share, sending it up to the OV Share service or through other services such as Flickr or into Facebook. But the point is all of these are either one or two such integrations. You take the picture, you either go to Share or built-in application, press the button, and immediately it's coming up to you from a conference. And it's just really quick, it's easy. Text updates through Gravity are just the same, or through Dabr or through the web interface. Get in and tap. And I have to say that the 5800 for collecting this media is as good a device as I have found on or off of Symbian in this form factor. Certainly when you look at devices like the iPhone, which are very popular here and given them a huge contingent from San Francisco, it's good at consuming stuff, but there's a lot of people walking around the halls head down, tap, just completely missing the keyboard and having to stop because it has that full QWERTY keyboard and it has such a small target area. Now, the 5800 has that as well, but as I mentioned yesterday, I say yesterday, I mean in the last show, when you're stringing these all together, the show that was for day 3, you have the T9 interface that takes up almost the entire screen. I mean, if we just have a look at that, your T9 is taking up this much space. If we now to look at a so-called messaging phone, you find that almost, if not more than double the space you have for a regular QWERTY pad. Now, admittedly, the E75 does have that as well, but and the 2 thumbs approach. But for your regular phone interface, and let's face it, not many people are going to have these with built-in on the sum of things. The high technologists, of course, will have many options. This QWERTY, I still love T9 on here. I'm sorry, it's fast, it's easy. There's such a big target area of the keys. It makes entering text while you're walking. That's important. While you're walking, be incredibly accurate. You're corrected by T9. You've got a nice large target area. You can capture text, send them up very quickly. You can capture short films. You can capture your pictures very easily and share them up online. These connected features of the device, even in a limited bandwidth environment, mean that the 5800 reduces the workflow and increases your chances to get a hold of really, really good content. So for capturing stuff at a conference, the 5800 is great. You know, this isn't the point where you need massive 8 megapixels of quality. This is the point where you literally want to be able to pick up something and take a picture and get it up there. It's all about the instantaneous moment at an event like this. 5800 captures that very well. I am suitably impressed with the built-in stuff. I'm suitably impressed with the share stuff. Very impressed with the Gravity Twitter client. We'll have a separate review for that when I get back and it comes out of closed beta for public availability. This is Ewan Spence on the shores of the town lake in Austin. I'm about to head back into the conference. I hope you guys are now about to head down and leave a comment. I want to slow down a little bit today. That could be the Texan heat that's just causing me to wilt. Catch you in the next show.